Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2, which I totally remember the name of and did not almost flub there. So we're just expanding now. We've been a little bit slow to get off the ground. You know, being trees and all, I think it's forgivable. But I think we're in a good place now. Somebody pointed out to me that you do not have to run your vines along star lanes. You can vine anything that's within a certain radius of your other vineable systems. So, like, if we select this, you can in fact see we could have started vining Ying before Circini, I believe. We might, yeah. It looks like we can run vines straight to Rassam without having to go up to Leda first, which is something we will be doing. So we'll get Ying. Honestly, I'm wondering if Ying is maybe now that this isn't the only inhabitable system or anything, I'm wondering if Ying is even valuable to me anymore. Maybe I would rather go to Rassam and just start getting blue cap mold. But tentatively, for the moment, and we'll see how things work out, for the moment, I think my plan right now is to go for a dust victory. So the way the dust victory works is you just have to accumulate enough. It turns out if you have enough little easily reprogrammable gray goo nano machines that can do anything, you can do anything with them. Our constellation is a plus 15% dust constellation, so we just need to actually get some of the dust tech online. So let's get some trade companies. Let's actually pay attention to our economy. That'll make this game, that alone would make this game feel pretty different from the ones we've done recently. But also, I'm enjoying just like the sort of chilled out, relaxed pace here. Been feeling a little stressed lately. It's nice to have some, nice to have a relaxing, I mean, like, I don't know. A turn-based strategy game is never that stressful. But you know what I mean. There's a sort of a tension that goes along with the constantly being opposed by the AI thing that sometimes I like a little bit of a break from. Alright, Lunobarxis is leveling up. We have such a bank of influence. I guess our government is spending a lot of influence now. But we still have a pretty good bank. I don't know what we're going to do with it all. We really need to meet a couple of minor factions. Okay, well, we've met a pirate faction. That's not great. How's my fleet? Okay, we need a couple of turns of repair time. But I think, let's fall back here. Let's gather up my 5 ships and get ready, because it looks like we're going to have to do the thing again. Ooh, militarist support is too high. Do not care for it. Let's throw our official support behind the ecologists, try to keep them in the government, but I'm afraid they might get pushed out here. Fighting those pirates has got our people all gun crazy. Yeah, that's not great. I was using those other laws. Yeah, we lost our plus resources from Anomaly Planet's law. That's a shame. Well, honestly, this is valuable right now. We are building ships still. Will at least give us a little tiny bit more industry rollover. Oh, I forgot. Somebody pointed something out to me. Here, we can fix this for 3 of our vine ships anyway. Somebody pointed out to me that we're running no weapons on the vine ships, so we're always going to just run from a fight, right? So what do we need defensive modules for? We can just junk the defensive modules entirely, send it out with empty slots, and in doing so, reduce the construction cost. So good point. Person whose name I've forgotten. Hold on, I have it open here. Definition F Dispenser. Thank you very much. So we can get a little bit more industry rollover from those. And what have we discovered? We discovered a source of Transvine and a source of Redsang. Okay. We don't need Redsang very much. Our food output is fine. Oh yeah, this also. Doing this event while we were fighting pirates was probably a small error. We'll be fine. Our government will recover. So what would it cost to actually just repair? I guess we're kind of hemorrhaging money right now. After we get evaporation inhibitors up, I want to throw commercial frameworks on the end of the queue. Start establishing our trade routes and actually like put effort into them and take care of them a little bit. Oh hey. Our neighbor is Lumeris.
In the name of the four families.
Okay, well, the Lumeris make a great trading partner. They do love money. Unfortunately, they might be better at generating it than we are, and making our trade agreements might push them in the direction of a victory more than it pushes us in the direction of the victory. A little nervous about that, I guess. This is just a scout ship of theirs that we've encountered. So we found a Guardian and also the Hyperium Analyzer module. Oh wow, that's a really good version of the science module. I wonder, would it be worth reassessing our, like rebuilding our ships to have some of those so that we could get science from the pirates? Probably not, because you know we don't have the slots on the attack ships. We'd have to build some support ships to go with the fleets, and which we could do, but I don't know that we have the time for. We have a lot of stuff going on. I have 8 move? It might be too fast. It might be worth actually pulling the engines entirely for another probe module. Okay, we've discovered Epistis population. Food on sterile planet. So now we have plus food on fertile and plus food on sterile in our population groups. We have entwined another system here. So the fleet that's being built here can go and entwine Rassam. Do I want to run these guys out to, like, Centaurus, maybe? Centaurus isn't actually valuable to us, but claiming territory aggressively on the way out to Galter to stop the Lumeris from coming in and taking it themselves is maybe very important. And new heroes available. I don't think we want a Guardian. I'm pretty sure that we're not going to need enough military here. Overseers are useful. So Overseers have this just plus yields trait, and plus dust, of course, is going to be important. Big percentage boosts to dust are going to be important. And the Overseer tree has some industry, and it has some food. I'm tempted to take the Overseer. What's the other option? A Seeker. Seeker's not bad either. Science boost is nice. I think I would rather have an Unfallen Overseer. And I guess you can just be the boss on Cersini, or does it make more sense to substitute you in as the boss of Cheng and move Luna Braxis? Luna Barxes. See, your bonuses are really most effective if they're on a system with a lot of population. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll colonize this. Yeah, the Savannah world sucks, but it is where all of our luxuries are. Maybe we should take the Ash world first, just for the industry. Maybe. The Arid world has industry, but it also has Transvine, so we'll be happier there. Also, it has these things, which are not great, but it doesn't look to me like those claws are going to be able to cut through wood, so we're probably fine. Very curious to see what that is. Well, let's get the basic stuff done first. Our food situation here is not totally awesome, but we can certainly help. So 50 Yeah, plus 10 food on the system is something. We can help grow this system a little bit. It's better than the 7%. Yeah, we can help grow the system a little bit. Eventually move Baramaxa to a place where there are more fertile worlds, but right now this is where we need help. It would also be nice if we had enough dust to rush things. You stay right there. Actually, hold on. Now that we have so much more curiosity detection power... Okay, no. Nothing new has been revealed on Rassam. Okay, we discovered adamantine over here. That's useful. We also discovered a quest. Foreign contaminant. One of your exploratory drones used by your team for rapid planetary assessment has disappeared. According to your lead technician, this type of drone has a particularly low malfunction rate. He thinks it was intentionally sent off course by someone or something. I mean, we've seen all this quest text before. So, yeah, search stuff, get a free pirate ship. Yeah, I will hang out and do that. We certainly have the titanium to spare. So you guys are still just healing. We definitely cannot afford to make a big repair right now. Don't have access to the marketplace. We should fix that. Let's put galactic commodities at the front of the queue, because I may need to sell stuff to the marketplace to maintain fiscal solvency for a little while, till we can really till we can get our economy totally fixed. We discovered a small amount of proto-orchid. Well, that would be an awfully nice thing to make a system development out of, if we had an actual source of it. Alright, so... some actual combat fleets over here. What we will probably do is, once we're finished building ships, we'll put the Spoils of War Act into place, and then we'll go rampage on those pirates. That'll help a little bit. We're probably healthy enough to go do the thing. Yeah, I think we should be fine. I guess we'll let the other needle catch up, or we don't need to. We also don't need to wait for the whole Vine fleet to be completed. They'll catch up. Well, we discovered a solar nebula, sadly, pretty far outside of our territory. That would be a nice thing to have. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't have any around here.
Sometimes it's hard to tell your friends from your enemies, isn't it?
Alright, so they don't really have any dust to trade us. I was going to try to trade them some stuff. She's not interested in peace, really. But what if we give you some weird flowers we found? They were on the ground, so you know they're good. That's where all the most delicious flowers are. You want also potatoes we found on the ground? Listen, I'm just going to roll out the big sheet in which we keep wrapped up all of the things that we've ever found on the ground, and you pick what you want, alright? Because you're special. Seriously, though, I would love to get a relationship going with her. I don't want her to attack us, for one thing. We will need a trading partner. And then we can just, turn on the rest of the people of the galaxy. They'll know. Okay, listen. We'll try again later. When we have something more valuable, maybe. Yeah, you're just chilling out. You also don't have another probe yet. Oh, that ended. That's not great. We were using that.
You're one of our favorite fish in this galactic sea.
Okay, this is good, though. She seems to be happy with us. She probably knows I'm not going to try to burn her down. So it's a serious threat for tree people. It's awkward that this planet is neither fertile nor temperate. This is not a good system for us as people. Alright, let's grab this colony, and then we'll pick this up, because it'll be worth 20 industry then. We need to live on better worlds. We also need terraforming technology. We just make worlds better. Okay, antimatter, useful. Also, another expeditionary fleet just gone missing. Well, I do love unknown consequences. Unfortunately, our military fleet just left. Okay, and this is easy. In fact, these Epistis that we found are not actually part of our empire yet, so they'll arrive and we'll immediately complete that quest and get a small amount of influence that we don't actually need. Alright, so you just need to chill out there. We could send this lone extra needle ship. Let's just see if he can handle whatever it is we unearth over here. Because I think it's probably just a pirate ship. It might be 2 pirate ships. Certainly not the end of the world either way. Alright, so now we have access to the market. We have a lot of stuff that we can sell. Yep. The Epistis ship arrived. We immediately completed the quest. Also, some Harashims. Okay. We're picking up lots more population types, which is a good thing for us, but it'll be a much better thing once we actually have the spaceports necessary to control where our population goes. Which means we're going to need luxuries, obviously. Let's see. The system that Lunabarxis is on is not happy. That's what I was checking for. Whether it would be better to take the small amount of extra influence or whether we could use the approval. Turns out we could totally use the approval. This is a vine ship. Let's get over here. Okay, we found a turn worth of dust upkeep. Help keep the lights on. I probably don't want to go too much deeper into their territory because they don't care for that. But let's just fire probes down the star lanes, get a little bit of vision, and then bounce. Alright. Chang, I think it's probably a pretty good idea to get intergalactic supermarket going. Immediately, this will be a ton of money because of the plus dust per citizens, and then as we level up, it'll get even better. We really, really need this online. I want this thing, but we need this thing. So we're actually not really in a bad place on money. We could be in a better place, but I think we're going to be okay. Okay, this is something we know about because of one of our minor factions asking for it, I assume. So we really want to vine this place up. I mean, we really want to make this place habitable first, I guess. Alright, let's search this quest curiosity now that we have an armed guard. We found 50 influence. Alright, we touched down on the planet close to the site of the last known contact, and Okay. Yep, we found him. We rescued him. 20% science on the Empire for 10 turns. Not bad. And we gained a ship, rather than potentially having to fight. Alright, merge up. We're a very, like, multicultural civilization with a somewhat multicultural navy now. Alright, I think you want to stay in place. There's one more thing to search over here. Okay, stuff's coming along. Oh, you also have a probe left. So here's our other ship. It's certainly a weird little navy. Why don't you head over here as well? Okay, so we are increasing the number of non-unfallen population in our empire. We're starting to get our luxuries online, which means we'll be able to do system improvements, which means we'll be able to do spaceports soon. Transvite's not really what I'm hoping for. I want to do blue cap mold. You know, we can just build this now, even though we're not mining any yet, because we do have enough of it to... Here, let's get this in place so we can start moving population around now. We have found enough of it by just searching planets that we can build the upgrade. Alright, so now we have a little bit of antimatter and adamantium from searching stuff too. We might...
Welcome. How can the families help?
Might be able to get something going here. Oh, actually, she just likes us now. Would we do the map sharing? Okay, she would straight up... That's pretty good for us. Yeah, I don't think we really need any of her other stuff. Yeah, if she'll take this. We're friends and you show us your maps, but we don't have to show you ours. Wow, this is a large constellation. Okay, we're going to have to expand this way pretty quickly to block them off to prevent them from locking us out of getting the constellation bonus.
Not just a deal, a bargain.
I like her. She's a neat character. Alright. So, Chang now has a spaceport. Let's see here. We have Harashims here and Unfallen. What we really need is spaceports on the other systems too, so that we can get our Unfallen out. We just need more population mobility. The Epistis, we're smart enough to settle over here, and I assume... No, it is currently going to birth us another Unfallen. That's a shame. Let's make sure these get turned on, because they're relatively low cost. What are the resources necessary to mess with our population birth rates? Harashims, which are plus food on sterile, require a small amount of transvine. We don't have access to any of these NP artifacts. We still don't have any Jedonics, which is a shame because I think the Pulsos are really great. Where is our 1 point of... Our 1 point of Harashim population is on Naos. We're about to have a birth here. You know what? Let's see if we can influence this a little bit. I would like to get a lot of minor faction population. Alright, so we've doubled their bonuses and their birth rate. Nope, still going to be an Unfallen. That's a shame. Well, this world is sterile. This world can be populated entirely by Harashims. It'll make this system a little bit more effective at producing food. And it turns out we already need more population space. So we discovered their watery homeworld. And a new solar nebula. Oh man, they got really lucky with those. I don't know how the Empire generation or the Galaxy generation settings work. It may put more nebulas near civilizations that are more attuned to the Dust Victory, which I think is just the Luminaris, really. Alright, so let's pick this up. We can just hang out outside of Pirate Land and blow up their ships as they come out and loot them. It also reduces the amount we're paying for upkeep on our own ships, slightly. It's a pretty large number right now. Okay, 4 more turns on that. Let's try to run to Artemis so we can get, see what kind of strategics and luxuries are available over here. Okay, now it turns out to be a source of antimatter. And antimatter is the one that we can mine already. Yeah, alright, that's handy. Probably specialize our population. Okay, what else is here? Propitious seasons. Plus food, plus approval. Alright. And we've discovered a battle tactic that hopefully we won't ever have to use. Fleet damage boost every time one of our ships is destroyed. Alright, so you need to get out of there and head toward... Let's see, this guy... Are you done with Andromeda? You are. Okay, so you're going to Ying. Which means I think what we're going to do with this guy is actually have him hang out here a couple more turns, generate more probes, and then we're going to fire probes out toward the center. See what we can see. Alright. Money's about to get a lot better. We're expanding quickly-ish. The Lumeris are already watching this. But when pirates spawn out, I don't know, they might fight us. The Lumeris might clear the place out. They have quite a bit of manpower available. And there's not really a benefit to it being us. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be me who burns the thing down, because you don't take over the system. All you do is kill the pirate base. Although I guess the rewards for doing that are considerable. Alright, we don't really need extra mining. We could try to get a wonder. It is useful. What terraforming actions do we have here? We could terraform this to a desert. You know what, I'm gonna... Sorry, right-clicked. That's not the right thing to do. I'm gonna leave it as it is, but we're going to use the extra industry to try to get this wonder if we can. And how do we want to fiddle with the population? Unfortunately, the other systems that we inhabit kind of don't need the extra pop that badly. We could send things that aren't unfallen to Cersini. Yeah, hold on. We'll put you in the spaceport so we have room to swap this guy around. Because all of the pulsos should be on Changwon, obviously. Maybe I don't want to send anybody to either of the systems we have now. We do want to, like, seed the next system we take over, like Rassam, when we get this in 2 turns. We'll drop a bunch of pulsos over here to encourage them to breed. But the other systems already have enough Unfallen that I don't think it'll be easy to force other stuff to breed, unless we get spaceports on those systems too and send the Unfallen back. Which I would like to do. Need to get more blue cap. The extra system level on the capital was valuable, though. At the very least, it's getting us a bunch of extra money out of the wonder or the unique improvement we built.
We are Riftborn. We come into your cosmos on a mission of survival.
Yeah, I was looking for where we met a Riftborn. That's weird. It zoomed over to here. Don't really understand why. Did we see... You know, if they saw us with a probe that they fired from somewhere, and then they did the introduce yourself action, I believe we don't get to know where they met us from. So they have us at a little bit of a disadvantage right now. Okay. Still one turn off of this. Then we'll go get Andromeda, probably. Or actually, no, I'll get a Baton. Should be next. Baten, maybe. Oh, here's the... They put an outpost over here. Huh. Well, I'm not really okay with that. So we've discovered a lunar surveillance station design. Plus 15 science per lunar anomaly on system. I've never seen this before. Lunar surveillance stations can greatly boost scientific progress in systems containing moons. And we discovered a source of gigalattice, which is not a thing that we need very much in a system development upgrade, but it's always nice to have luxuries. I kind of think we're going to try to starve them out here. Yeah, this is not okay. I don't even really want Ying myself, I just don't want anybody else to have it. Yeah, maybe we gotta pull the Vine ships over to Ying and colonize the other planet before they can. Ah, one of the planets in the system at first appears to be lifeless and poor in resources. A second scan at higher power, however, reveals that in fact the entire planet is a hologram, and there's something hiding beneath the cleverly constructed camouflage. Well, I think we should definitely analyze the planet. 100 science is a lot less than the cost of a technology. We're going to get a random tech, so it could be something that I don't care for. It could basically end up being a waste, but also we could get super lucky again. See, this is interesting. Do we want to maybe send these guys back to Ying? I kind of think we want to keep reaching the vines forward so that we can try to stop the Lumeris from expanding toward us too much more. Artemis has a bunch of anomalies, or a bunch of unexplored curiosities. What types are they? Ruins, life form, atmospheric. So they could be... The life form ones could be more luxuries. I guess let's go this way.
For your deeds, a special place in the void awaits you.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Well, I suppose we ought to colonize this. Right, we're nowhere near our colonization threshold. Yeah. It's just a planet where the person who works here, the one population unit or so that work here, will get to produce a lot of money for us. I like that. So do we want to send something else over to try to, like, if we send over another unit of population, we can try to make that grow instead of the Unfallen, although the only place we could send it from would be the capital right now, and the only populations here are Pulsos, and I would really rather have Pulsos in this slot. Okay, another Pulsos will be born. Yeah, this is a thing worth doing then. I guess we send him to... You know, Rassam has a lot of anomalies. So that'll be a good place to send some Pulsos as well. We could send some over here, but that's no good. I'm a little worried that if we send them to Centaurus, they won't arrive quickly enough to affect the birth rate, but I guess let's try it. We'll probably send some to Rassam as well. Alright, here's hoping Artemis works out to be good.
Know that we will do everything to ensure our survival.
I mean, increasing their pressure on us is not really going to have any effect. But yeah, they can't be here. Alright, let's send this fleet down to grab Ying. This is not what I want to be doing with my time. Okay, we don't have another probe available yet. So we will experience -5 approval per citizen here. Wow. -5, but +7 from the Anomalies. Oh wow, the Tree of Worlds. How did I miss this? I don't know that I've ever seen this before. Originally a thing of branch and root, this hypergrown lifeform reaches from deep within the planetary crust out into space. A strange, unique artifact of some biological experiment gone berserk. This tree houses cities and river systems, mines and farms. Certain heavily mutated branches even reach out into the vacuum of space, filtering dust and minerals to feed its always hungry limbs. So there are a lot of different types of anomalies in the game. Some of them are rarer than others, and I'm pretty sure I've never seen this one before. And then the other thing we have here is psychoactive air. So yeah, this is the system. This is the world we're colonizing. We'll be happy here. The food isn't totally unreasonable thanks to the tree. And well, yeah, this is great. Generally speaking, tree people and ash worlds you wouldn't expect to mix. But it turns out if a really good tree has already taken the place over. So let's send some Pulsos population because they'll be effective on that world. How many do I want to send? If I move 2 out... Okay, it's not going to mess with the birth rate or anything. Alright, we're losing a little bit of production and science this way. So we're going to want to move some of our population over to Changwon, even though they don't really love being there. Actually... Okay, if I completely fill Changwon, we get 1 turn off of the Wonder. And we're still ecstatic. You know, we're happy enough. That'll do. Alright, the pirates have chosen to attack us, which is nice for me. We get a little bit of dust and science out of that. Boy, that sure is a lot of Lumeris ships. Alright, what do I think? Atmospheric, life form. Let's search these two. So we found some super spuds and a small amount of dust. Not awesome. Not really what I was hoping to find. Oh, okay. The Lumeris are clearing the place out already. We're just here for support. You know, a little bit of teamwork. So this is a hot and sterile world. The whole system's kind of hot and sterile. It's unfortunate. We'll figure it out, though. Yeah, I guess let's get the drone networks going first. Food and industry, always important. It would be nice if we had the dust necessary to rush these things, but... we are, at the moment, choosers rather than... beggars rather than choosers. Who is this now? Okay, this is exactly the kind of thing I was hoping for. So first contact, and then we're just gonna mash praise a whole lot. There we go. That'll that'll get those guys flipped over. So they're militarists... plus 750 damage done to attacker during ground battle on systems. Wow, that is quite an assimilation trait. And their population type also does a similar thing. Okay, fire your other probe this way, and then get over there. Get over there and let's meet some people.
For your deeds, a special place in the void awaits you.
Boy, I don't know where they're from. Maybe it's around here? Maybe they're, like, near the... over here, maybe? How long is it going to take for this to come to fruition? Okay, a while. We can blockade that one next. Alright, the population ship is moving. Okay, they've created a vast super AI that can watch and learn from all and believe that all will benefit from its scrutiny. I don't know if I agree. Well, we can certainly afford to take a hit on approval or on influence, and I would like all that extra science. So you know what? Fine, bring your super AI in. We're cool with it, I've decided. Guardians and the Galaxy. This is unprecedented, and no anthropologist has been able to offer a credible explanation. There is a massing of unfallen seconds in the Centaurus system. They are beginning to intertwine and take root, together. Not just in the same place, but in the same form, merging into one giant arboreal mass. It appears to be a cultural movement, because the seconds that haven't joined them are building a new community around this thing. Great. What now? So if we reach 82 food output in the Centaurus system, we'll turn a unit of unfallen population into Guardian guides. This is like Guardians, but more so. Huh. Or we could decide that this is nothing but a massive drain on our resources and time. Convert them into a defense module, which seems sort of harsh. Or can this be how Guardians are made? Seconds merging into a single Gestalt consciousness as they enter the long sleep? We can search the anomaly on the planet when we're ready to spend a bunch of stuff. Learn about Guardian arcology, which will increase the defense capacity of our systems. No, I think... let's let them do it. If they're becoming thirds, this is going to take a lot of energy and resources. Let's coordinate with the Unfallen and set up irrigation systems and solar lamps to help with whatever this is. Yeah, alright. Reach 82 food output in the Centaurus system. I can make that happen. Well, maybe. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of effort. We might be able to make it happen. Okay, so we have our trade companies now. I have to decide, where do we want to put our trade headquarters? So we want things to be on the opposite sides of our empire, so that they have to travel through as many systems as possible to run their route. In addition, I probably want my headquarters to be on this side of the empire, so that when we get a trade agreement with the Lumeris, we're running the trade route as far as possible to get to their subsidiaries. So honestly, Rassam is the place I want to put it down. Unfortunately, we're not really established here, and it'll take forever. What does it cost to just rush one of these? Okay. Not feasible. Well, we could do it on Circini instead. Circini has okay industry output. Yeah, that's not too bad. The second one can be on Rassam. Yeah, we have no strategics, so this is not great here. Yeah, this seems like a fine time to do this. Fine time and place. And we're one tier off, or we're one research off of getting advanced system developments, and we could use the ability to exploit Adamantium. We don't have any Adamantium systems right now, but we're headed toward a couple. Andromeda would be nice. Yeah, let's pick this up. I don't know that we're necessarily going to be able to make use of another level of system development, given that we're still not bringing in the mushrooms enough for our first level, or for our first upgrade. This will be 20 industry now, which is considerable. Yeah, it's still more than this would be. Then we can grab this planet so that we start bringing in blue caps of our own. We could trade for some of the Lumerises. It seems like they are mining some.
Welcome. How can the families help?
See, they had a small weird number, so I assumed that meant they were mining. But maybe it doesn't mean that at all. Maybe it just means they found a small amount somewhere. Well, if they're so eager to give us a trade agreement, why don't we go ahead and grab their very small amount of blue cap mold, we'll just add it to our supplies, and then also some other stuff, maybe just some dust? Let's say 300 dust. Can I get any kind of read on this deal at all? Okay, wow. 500 dust? So it's like they don't want to give up all of their blue cap mold. But for some reason, they're fine with being left with a single one. I don't know how that helps them, but okay. Would you do this?
Not just a deal.
Okay.
A bargain.
So we have a trade agreement in place already. As soon as we have trading companies, they'll start running routes to the Lumaris. We should be making some good money off of that. And now we have the money necessary to help push some of our systems forward. I think Rassam is the place where I want to really lay in, because this place is going to be valuable. So we have hot and sterile. This is a weird planet. So you can actually see the tree up there. The psychoactive air is the reason that everything is so kind of weird and pink and foggy. I love the fact that the anomalies are actually visible. Like, planets that have Kessler syndrome, you can actually see all the garbage in the atmosphere. There's a lot of little touches in these games that I really appreciate. So we don't have super great sources of industry here. I'm trying to think, how do I want to do this? Because I'd like to pick up some more planets. We get the blue cap income this way, and we also will get more from the xeno-industrial infrastructure that we apparently are unfortunately going to have to rely on, even though it's going to be fairly weak here. So why don't we rush this to get the extra growth materials. Pick up Rassam. Once we have Rassam, we get this, which will be worth at least 30 then, because this is a temperate planet. It's the only planet in the system that gets extra benefit. We won't want to have a lot of people living here, but we're going to run out of population space on Rassam 1 very quickly. Could terraform it to a desert. I mean, it's fine for now. We'll probably actually want to terraform it to a desert. We're going to want that planet's population cap to be as high as possible, actually. But it doesn't need to be right now. We have other stuff going on. So this has taken them longer than I would have expected. You know, for the number of ships they have here, they didn't really bring that much manpower. I guess they're not anywhere close to full. Okay, we've got our ship here. It's still considered to be an enemy system, huh? Even though it doesn't have a colony? Well, that being the case, we're going to have to do something a little bit more drastic. To actually, like, put military ships over here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So we can starve them out. Yeah, see, if we were any other faction, we'd be able to put down a competing colony, and then a competing outpost, and then steal food from them and stuff, and establish our outpost first. Because we can't vine the system over if it even has an outpost on it, I'm not really sure what the best play is here. We could declare war on them. I don't love the idea of doing that, but also I don't love the idea of them being all up in my system. Yeah, we gotta nip these in the bud, so to speak. So I guess the vine ships can buzz off and start grabbing something else. Come back once this is dealt with. We needed the scout ship to stay here and keep choking their supplies. Don't let ships through. Just shoot probes off into the distance. Alright, everybody's working on stuff. Man, it's taken forever for this colony ship to get over here. I really wish we could affect the growth rate of the Pulsos population. This system being largely Pulsos, I hope will help it, help the population really flourish here. can we buy blue cap? So we're now bringing it in at 2 per turn. We wouldn't need to buy very much if we can buy any. Okay. Yeah, if we buy like 7. 7 is what we need. It's a little bit too expensive. But next turn we'll have enough. So we can level up Rassam, and then we can send the unfallen population from Rassam to elsewhere and just have this be the Pulsos system. Because Pulsos are a pretty great population type. Yeah, plus 10% industry on every system that has a Pulsos. Once we have enough of them, we can just sort of seed them back throughout the Empire. And this, I think, is what we're going to want to do. We're going to want to keep settling new systems, use them to really grow one population, and then once the population has grown enough, sort of spread it back out, and have most of our systems be places where we have a lot of different population types that can work together. Alright, so are there any... There are no curiosities that I have access to here. We don't... Oh, because these... Yeah, these are needle ships, not scout ships. So there are guardians that haven't been found here, but aside from that, the place is pretty well explored. I would love this system. Let's finish grabbing Artemis first, and then we'll send the Vine ships over here. We'll see if the Lumeris will let us get away with taking this. And if they do, we'll try to take Galter too. Maybe bottleneck them out there, and then, you know, lay claim to the rest of this stuff, at least what we can keep out of the hands of the Riftborn. Why'd they have to show up and make things so difficult? More potatoes. As your fleet, the first glowing embers, orbits the system, a strange blip appears on the radar. Your crew watches in amazement as an ancient passenger ship of some bipedal species origin passes right across your fleet's sensors. Further scanning reveals that it is an antiquated generation ship, a sublight craft inhabited only by cryogenically preserved pioneers. So we can let them be. The affairs of primitive peoples who can't even travel faster than light are none of your concern. We would get the pacifists back in control of our government, almost certainly. Or we could interfere. Using our fleet's advanced scanning techniques, we may be able to follow alongside and gain access to the generation ship's onboard computers. It's none of your business, but since everyone on board is asleep, perhaps a tiny peek wouldn't hurt. So we won't be able to move our ships out of the system because they'll be interfacing. But then something might happen. I am curious. And you know, we're probably okay on government stuff. I bet we're not going to see a lot of military support in this coming election. Let's interfere. I'm curious what we will get out of it. Alright, Unfallen are growing. Let's poke our head back into the capital here. Okay, next growth will be Pulsos. That's nice. Okay. So what do I think? Do I want to... Yeah, I guess we can just stop here. Probably what I'll want to do is have the ship stop here and then fire probes down the other star lanes. I was wondering if I should try to just have the ship skate right through and down a star lane immediately so that hostiles at Menace would not be a problem. But actually, they're going to be fine with us by the time we get there. Yep, we're cordial. Oh, but we did get attacked. Huh. First, yeah, these guys should be friendlier with us than that. I guess maybe the fact that they're very military civilization factors into that. So yeah, if we ended up pacifist, ecologist, scientist, I'd be okay with that. That seems perfectly fine. Well, I guess we have to try to retreat. Let's see what happens. Okay, at least one of the lanes was safe to retreat to. Ooh, what have we discovered here? Oh, Auriga. This garden planet was used as a biological laboratory by the Concrete Endless, with myriad experiments run on both native and alien life forms. I don't know if I've mentioned this in this series. I definitely did during the Vaulter series. But Auriga is the planet that Endless Legend takes place on. And if you like 4X games enough to be watching this and you've never played Endless Legend, I really recommend watch for the next time it's on sale. I think it's still the best game in the genre. Although, Endless Space 2 is definitely coming along. Part of the reason Endless Legend is so good is that it had years and years of iteration and a bunch of expansion packs. The way Endless Space has been developing so far, I suspect it will overtake Endless Legend by the end of its life cycle. It's definitely getting there. So you're cool just hanging out there and making sure that the Lumeris know that we have ships. We have a military. Alright, Dust and Manpower and Science coming in. And we'll take their quest just as soon as we are able to do so. So you guys start vining that up. The Riftborn are moving in defense fleets. They really don't want me to be able to stop them from taking Bundus. We might be undermanned over here. Actually, I wonder if we should just bail out. Like, the Lumeris like us. They won't attack our Vine ships. Let's move our burgeoning military, our tiny little military over here, and reinforce to the Riftborn that we are not going to be easy to mess with. We may have to get a little bit more aggressive than I was hoping here. Uh-oh. We found pirates. The very moment that we move all of the combat ships away, huh? Well, we have no weapon systems. If we leave, though, it's going to kill the progress on finding the planet. And I doubt this guy's weapon systems will be sufficient to kill all of us. I say let's stand and fight. Not because we can actually fight, but because I just don't want to lose everything. So yeah, we retreated there. He was not able to get through even one of our ships here. But engaging in the combat killed the event where we were tracking that colony ship, it looked like. That's a shame. I really wanted to see what was going to happen there. Alright, I'm going to mash this execute your planned moves button. Try to get our combat fleet into the system before the pirates attack for the turn. Didn't work.
You're the caviar of the galaxy.
Okay. We're good friends. I don't know, that caviar thing is not as positive, I think, as she wants it to be. Alright. Things are heating up, and unfortunately, combat right before the election is potentially going to screw up our supports. I really don't want the people getting into militarism right now, right at this moment. Okay. So this battle here, whether we attack or retreat, I think it's pretty likely that we're going to lose a ship, but if we retreat, we lose a ship for sure. If we attack, there's some chance that the pirate focuses its damage on the wrong ship, and we don't lose anything, so I guess we'll just stand, try to endure. Were we so lucky? We were not. Okay, and then the Needles can handle this guy. A new pirate base was established on Aova instantly. That is a real bummer. And then this is happening, which is to say that they are almost certainly going to get their colony on Ying. Okay. Let's make this happen. I guess it doesn't. I was going to put this above Xeno-Industrial Infrastructure just to get the birth dealt with first. To try to get the Unfallen off of the planet before the next unit of Unfallen population was born. But we can't. That said, extra industry is actually going to do nothing during the turn where we're modernizing, so we can make this whole thing be one turn, though. And then go plus food. And we'll ship both of the units of Unfallen population off, so it'll just be a Pulsos growth system. This is bad. So they're going to set up on Ying, and then we're going to have to drive them out. It could just be through Pacific conversion, though. We could just vine the system over, let them establish, smooth relations over, vine up their systems. They get the benefit from the vines. They're not necessarily mad at us about us doing it. And then we turn on them and snatch everything all at once, I guess. Or we could just fight them, but I don't really want to... What is going on over here? Alright, well that's really annoying. And we can't vine the systems up while they're pirate systems. Yeah, okay, we have to let this happen because we need our meager military forces to be focused. We have other stuff that needs doing. Alright, what do we want to search here? Well, these are the planets we could colonize. Let's see what's on Corona. Is it worth vining in this direction? Quickly? Eden incense and some kind of negative anomaly. Kessler syndrome. Okay, well, that's not great. I'm pretty sure. We could vine over to here once we have Batem. Which will come after Andromeda, I guess. Yeah, this is a bummer, man. Hey, out of curiosity, where are we at on colony control, or constellation control? I need one more system to claim the dust bonus. Well, we are working on that. So I guess you should probably be sent over to here. You can start exploring the middle of the galaxy a little bit more. Probably the case for you as well. I guess we have Rotanev to search. We could go vine up this collapsing star. I mean, we should vine this before we do that. Okay, you're out of move, so you don't actually need orders. Yep, this is the danger of not having much of a military. It's very easy to push me around right now. Okay. Population boost for the Hiroshims has ended. We're now sovereigns of these guys.
For your deeds, a special place in the void awaits you.
Not great. Well, we might have to do some military research here. Yeah. Just don't really have an option. Okay. So we have access to another level of system improvement. Let's maybe come over here and grab some stuff. So we have a couple barren worlds available. We don't really need more industry, or more influence. Why don't we pick this up, and then pick up medium ship hulls, and just be prepared to defend ourselves? What is this tech over here? The Mantle of Unity. Well, you know, once you're in Pacific conversion mode, influence will start to get more important. We're actually growing our population so quickly that we're losing influence from our laws now. Alright, we want to send both of our units of Unfallen population home. I mean, not home, elsewhere. Where to, though? We don't have a lot of room for growth anywhere. Hold on a second. So we did manage to grow another point of population for the Hiroshims. We don't actually have room for 2 Unfallens here, but we will. What's that world? The world is neither fertile nor... That's a shame. Fertile or sterile. Like, either one of those would have been valuable to us. It's just a planet that's neither is actually kind of awkward. Make sure we get this going. I mean, we could send them back to the capital, but no, we can't. Yeah, I guess we just send them to Cersini, because this is the only place that really has the room for them. We need more space. Okay, so these guys are equally effective on either of these planets. What would we need to make the Epistis grow? NP artifacts, okay. I'm going to do this again. Can we pick up a small number of NP artifacts here? We can. How much do we need? Only 2. Okay, we can do that. Okay, also doubles their food output, which is pretty great. So this system is more likely to produce population. Unfortunately, still going to produce an Unfallen, but maybe an Epistis next? Let's hope so. And over here on Centaurus, we need to really buff our food output for that quest. Building intensive cultivation here feels bad. But I don't know how else we're going to pull this off. No. Not more Unfallen. That's a shame. Yeah, like, this is just wasted if we build it here, but we have to improve food output by so much. I guess we'll build a food building. We'll build a food building. We'll try to replace the population of the system with population that produces more food here somehow, like eventually. I'm not in a big hurry on that quest. Okay, and in terms of the next upgrade, we actually have a couple of resources to choose from now. You know what? A system development that contains Red Sang would actually solve the problem, wouldn't it? We could do like Red Sang Transvine? That's not a bad one. We need to get more sources of Red Sang, but what would that cost us? 75 of each. Alright, we don't need to commit to this yet, but this may be, first of all, the way we solve that quest, and secondly, the way we really kickstart the growth of new systems as we continue to expand. I don't know. We have some time to think about it, because I think that is all the time we have for Endless Space for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this is proving interesting. It's a lot of mathy optimization, which I personally find very interesting. I don't know how well it'll play on screen. Come back next time for some more of it, though, and some expansion, and maybe some war. I don't know if the Riftborn are going to let us back down from the thing we did. And we'll see you then.